So here's the garden so far. It's almost the end of June. It's like the 28th, I think. So I had a lot of cucumbers, just not, they either died. Over here I had one that got whatever that pincher worm is that gets you out of the ground. Hello. So I thought I'd do a quick, there's my little one. I thought I'd do a quick like garden with me today. I've got a little bit of time outside with the kids and some things that are not too attention, that won't take my attention away too much from them, is I'm going to propagate some lavender. I went ahead and made my cuts and ripped the leaves off the bottoms, and I just put them in water. I did that, I don't know, a couple hours ago while Logan was napping, and so that I could bring them out here when I was ready. So I've got some potting mix, some cups and pots. I'm going to do that. And then I've also got, my garden is pretty pitiful this year. I knew it would be, but a lot of my cucumbers either died or didn't come up. So I'm replanting. I've got soaking in here some cucumber seeds, and I'm going to get those planted today too. So it's kind of some light gardening. Thought I'd show you. So, all right. Yeah, so we've got to water. Careful, don't step on them. Be very, very gentle. We don't want to water our leaves because the sun's out. Yeah, Mama's just watering the seeds that we planted. You come this way? Woo, careful! Don't step on our plants, baby. So here's the garden so far. It's almost the end of June. It's like the 28th, I think. So I had a lot of cucumbers, just not, they either died. Over here I had one that got whatever that pincher worm is that gets you out the ground. It got eaten by that. So I've got 1, 2, 3 cucumber plants that are doing really good. And then I've got a little baby cucumber plant up there. I think that's a zinnia. I don't recall. So I went ahead and planted some more cucumbers. Hopefully these make it. I'm about to put some water on them and really soak them in real good. And then I made this little makeshift cucumber trellis. I need to add string to the other sides. What are you doing, Barbie? Yeah? So I used hardware cloth in these pathways. Not hardware cloth, derp. What's that called? Weed cloth. I used weed cloth right here in these pathways. And honestly, I hate it. It's just weeds everywhere. It does not work. So I might actually rip that out this fall and just put cardboard down, because that's what I did with the beds and it's doing better. Like there's still a bunch of weeds coming up from where I probably didn't overlap them correctly, but it is what it is. Overall, I'm really happy with this method. If I had compost, I'm sure I'd be a lot happier. These are pumpkins. They're the sugar pie pumpkins. This was just sage from a little herb mix. Oh, my phone is getting hot. So I'm going to do this real quick. And then over here I planted some more pumpkins. There's only one coming up over here. So I planted, I think that's basil, thyme, and then rosemary over there. Got a lot of weeding to do. Lots of tomato plants over here. Little basil guy right there, but he's not doing so happy because I kind of ripped him off of a whole plant. So he had some roots. I thought I'd try it. There's like a zinnia down there. My homemade cucumber trellis. Just twine and yarn and sticks. I got some watermelons that are actually doing pretty good. A little zinnia in the middle. Another watermelon. This bed really needs weeded. A lot of these I actually just hoed up and left them, but I'm going to have to reweed there. But the beds that I've had the most issues with have been my peppers. My peppers did not do good at all. There's sweet peppers in here. Some I started from seed, some I bought in a little mixed thing from Walmart. I had an nasturtium. It's kind of over there. It's not doing so great. I thought it was going to die, but it's actually kind of living. There was another one over here, but it's gone. So some of my pepper plants are starting to finally go. That was when I started from seed, and it's just not doing good. These are Brussels sprouts. We'll see how those do. And that basil plant I got. Let's see. There's a zinnia with the cucumbers. I don't think I mentioned that. I think that might be a zinnia there. This might be a lettuce. Not a lettuce. It's either a warm weather lettuce or like an arugula that might have made it. There's that same kind of, I think it's a basil. And then we've got some stuff popping up over there where I planted seeds. So I'm hoping some flowers come up over there. These are more tomatoes. This trellis is not looking so good. The tomatoes are really heavy and they're really pulling that string down. So I'm going to have to add some more layers in there. But the tomato plants themselves are doing fantastic. Yeah, we need them to grow tall. That's right. And then I've got some celery in here. And then these are my hot peppers, which did terrible. I think I've got one that I started from seed that's making it right there, that little tiny guy. Nope, that's not true. This guy was from a seed too. So 2 from seeds. And then these little yellow ones are a 4-pack. And there's a zinnia. So I've got lots of stuff. Oh, do you need in, baby? You want in the garden? I get ya. I'll get ya. So it's not the prettiest garden, but it's mine. So that's where my herb spiral is gonna go. I probably am not even gonna attempt that until the fall. And so I've got more weeding to do. You see right in the pathways, this like crabgrass, it's terrible. It's taken over. So not a fan of the weed fabric. Loving the cardboard wood chips. It was a lot less effort to put a garden in this year out of nothing than I think it would have been if I had to till, and I still would have mulched on top of it. But yes, so that's what's going on in the garden. This kind of turned into a mini garden tour. We do have another growing space that I don't have much to do with. What do I have on my face? I think I got it. I think it was dirt. We have another growing space that I actually don't have a lot to do with. It's all my husband's baby, and that's our permaculture garden. So that's pretty cool. And then he's also working on some bigger growing spaces, like market style growing spaces for next year. We have a lot going on, a lot planned. So this is just kind of us getting started. We did buy this place in December. Well, we moved in December of 2020 and moved in, and 4 days later this little guy was born. So we've gotten a really slow start on this homestead project, but we're working on it. And I've got a sad babe, so I'm gonna go get him some water. He needs a nap, and we're gonna go cool off. But thank you for coming along with this little very short garden with me. I might come out later and pull some weeds, but that's about the extent of what I'm gonna get done outside today. My house looks like a bomb went off, so we're gonna work on that. But all right, thank you for visiting, and we'll see you next time. Can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Hello. I just came over here before I officially end the video. Thought that it would be kind of fun to do a what's for dinner. So I'm here with my plate before I go sit down. So yeah, I just made some salmon cakes, and we had some leftover we had some leftover quinoa and black beans. I just mixed those together, reheated it with a little more salt and a cilantro lime seasoning, and then cut up some, cut up some tomato and cucumber just to have some fresh veg. So that is what's for dinner, and I once again thank you guys for visiting. Not a lot happened today, but that is the way sometimes when you're a full-time mom and trying to get a homestead off the ground. So we don't have a lot of systems in place yet. We're working on those, but it's kind of just keeping things afloat, honestly, while I can. So thank you for visiting.